So we're gonna try it. Okay, everything looks like it's still moving just fine. So I'm gonna get right into it because we got a lot to do, and hopefully Tailspire doesn't crash everything again. So session 9 recap for you lads. For this day, in the adventure of the unnamed group of 5, hint hint, they had crossed the green lands between the edges of the arcs of Illowy Vale and their coastal side where their ports line the edges of the ocean. The team was led by Antra to the hidden location of the house of the Mad Mage where they had solved the puzzle to enter the space. With careful guarding by Haratuk, protection by Erevan for the wandering Angana, and the inquisitive eyes of Carl and Elena, they were able to search the house and find various interesting anomalies. They had first seen the strange purple tendrils that spread over the floors and walls, followed by pictures on the wall of Reginald with 2 strangers the team does not know. This preceded the discovery of veiled attack plans and strategies on the West Arc, a table in which Antra was most interested. With curious searching by a lumbering Angana and the fortuitous protection of Erevan, they were able to find a room where the key to the underhouse lair was resting behind a mimic, as well as a demonic pedestal of some kind. With the tools they needed to continue their inspection, the team and Antra entered the basement behind a hidden, locked door in their quest for the Mad Mage. Upon first glances, the team had found 2 rooms. One was slaughtered animals, being prepared for jerky and storage, as well as a magically illuminated space where numerous vegetables were being grown. So we pick back up on this session on the day of Saturday the 12th in the lair of the Mad Mage. So, unfortunately, I have to make a couple calls to skip some things here. So, you guys would have figured out, I have no doubt, with as fast as you solved the first door puzzle, that the room with the vegetation had a lock on its a hidden lock rather between the 2 pipes that were used to water the plants. So it would have been a pretty easy description. You guys turn the valve a quarter and you hear a click, but no rushing water. And then after a few seconds, the valve continues to turn on its own, and then you hear rushing water. I don't think it would have taken you guys very long to discern if we turn one to click, turn the other to click, another door opens. So let me open up the map real quick. So where you guys first entered and saw the slaughter room, that little intersection, straight was to the slaughter room, right was to the vegetation, and to the left of that is where the door opens. And down that hallway, I'm opening it now. I have the wrong mouse settings. Oh, what a day, what a day. Illowy Vale. Oh no. Oh no. I'm messing everything up. Oh no. My Steel Series engine opened over Tailspire and I'm trying to move the window, but instead I'm just moving random assets in the map.
No.
Soiled it
like a wrecking ball.
So let me see if I can share my screen. Screens 1, Tailspire, go.
Giggity.
Shoot. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys would have turned the valves here. And I'm still on the wrong mouse setting because I'm an idiot.
But everyone, copy his mouse settings.
Tailspire.
They're
Okay.
clues that lead us to the answer. Who the BBEG is.
So that wall was going to open. You guys would have gone down the wall, and in this particular lair, Carl would know that between the mining equipment and the kind of stone that is laying around, and based on the construction of the cavern itself, this cavern is lucky to be standing in its current condition. It has certainly not been dug out by anyone who really knew what they were doing. In that, why is that window there? Sorry, figuring things out on the fly while also trying to DM. Carl would know that these caverns are lucky to be standing at this point because the signs are all there of seismic disruptions that have really compromised the integrity of the system itself. But Antra is trying to she also being a dwarf obviously is trying to reassure you guys that you'll leave when the mission is done.
Elena would be freaking out knowing this information now.
Well, there's still more to come.
Dying in a cave is not ideal.
As you guys continue forth, this particular room, so you guys would have discovered this one next, and you would find that there is a pedestal, like a where a book would be held, and next to that was a table with all sorts of like inkings across the table, as though there was something on this pedestal being read, and amongst all of the scattered pages across the floor, you're able to determine whatever it was likely being copied onto these extra pages. For what reason, you're not really sure. And the language that you see across these pages, none of you are familiar with what it is. And I am going to grab your players here while I see you. You can make out crude shapes here and there, and certain designs that are on the pages, but as to what overall message was trying to be conveyed, or what was written down, you're not sure. And it again does not take long for you guys. It does not take long for you guys to turn around and see the same door that you had seen previously that led to the basement, with these two very, very crude, very strange pedestal holding some kind of light that it's similar to the light that you guys had seen in the vegetation area where those were growing, but it, as you can see on this screen, like they have a red glow to them, but it blends with the white. It's very strange. And so as you guys approach this door, it does open for you. And this is one of my favorite songs too. This is a really good song for this to happen. And because I was going to say, as you guys open the door and enter the space, the first thing that you notice is the intense change in heat and pressure that wafts out from this space. The cave you have been walking in and around to this point has really been very low 70s and very humid. It's a very moist cave, and you're hit with what could be 90 plus degree heat from this space. And from within the chamber, you can hear the chanting of it. It doesn't sound like a lot of it. It sounds like a few people speaking. And as you guys do enter this space, you see there are a number of those same lit pedestals with that strange shape. And Carl immediately again notices the various crumblings on the floor that scream poor craftsmanship. Like even the lowest knife-eared bastard, even their caves would not have this as their minimum standard of acceptance. let alone what dwarves would do. So I have Alina, Aravan, Angana, Haratuk.
Hey, I don't see Aravan in there. What are you talking?
He's not in this campaign board. He's linked to the other one. I don't know if I can.
You dirty rascal, you.
I don't know if I can link you real fast. No, I can't at the moment. I'll show you guys after the stream, after the session though. Aravan looks really, really good. So, for at this point, those of you with or without dark vision, it doesn't matter because you can all see within this space, and you can hear these two voices chanting. And I'm going to turn off. I know if I pull up my notes, it's going to be on the wrong screen. So hold on. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just a second because I know that if I pull up my notes. Yep, I left it on the middle screen, so I'm glad I did that.
The quickest screenshot of my life.
It's not up. You didn't see it.
My finger's on print screen.
So as you guys are looking within this space, you see two individuals. Both are in similar robes, but they are not the same. So the individual on your left, you can see he has a balding scalp with hair kind of growing around the edges, or at least from what you can see, as he is also wearing a hood. So his body is adorned in this gray, I don't want to say a pantsuit, it's more like a single cloth piece that it is a dark gray. It comes up, covers his arms, covers both of his legs individually. Over that he has a white cloth that covers it comes down over his legs rather than covering the legs themselves, with a black belt around that, and then the white continues over one shoulder. So his is a gray and white coloration, whereas the other individual has a deep gray and black coloration. So he has a black covering, and the left individual, he seems to have more fair skin, and his hair seems to be short and maybe a dark brown, whereas the individual on the right with the black robings seems to have more mocha skin. Goodness gracious. Vinny, would you mind muting? The individual on the right has mocha skin with more short, black, spiky hair. So immediately as you guys enter this space, oh jeez, why does it do that? Immediately as you guys enter this space, you'll be back a little bit farther, but I don't want to pop up the rest of the map here. They do stop their chanting immediately, and you can see on this altar they have a live ram, and the individual on the left with the white covering also has a sword and is reading from a book. And immediately both of them stop and like look at you guys. They look at each other, look at you, just to kind of verify that they're both seeing the same thing before the left individual speaks up first. Halt. Who are you people? How did you get down here?
We walked.
You walked from where? How did you know where to find us?
We just kept going down the tunnel.
And Antra is just kind of, she's looking at the walls, just making sure nothing's going to be caving in. You don't appear to be guards or mercenaries. They typically have finer armors than you and a bit more stature. What is the reason for your coming here?
Well,
we're looking for Baskel.
And they look at each other. And the one with the white robe. I am Bashkal, but why are you looking for me?
Looking through the notes, looking through my notes. Did I write it down?
well, it's not just us that's looking for you. More, and I look over at Antra. Like, isn't this the guy you're looking for?
She's like looking over, it's just kind of like, okay, hopefully this holds. Oh. Yeah, you're Baskel, right? Yeah. Und du? We don't... You're Baskel the Mad Mage, and there's quite a bit of a bounty on your head. So we've come to collect. And immediately in his expression, you guys see this very stern, very upset look come across his face as he was rather just more confused as to why these strangers just entered their lair, kind of interrupting their deal here. And he shifts more to an irritated kind of neck twitch. If you knew what we were after, you would not call me mad. That is not what I am after.
What are you after?
Justice. We are aiming... I'm going to make you all a deal. Because you seem to be different than any mercenaries who would have otherwise come down here. I'm going to tell you the truth about the situation. And in exchange, you are going to let us finish our summoning circle. It is better for you to witness what will go down in the history books as a good and moral victory.
What situation are you talking about?
Do we have a deal?
No.
I mean, you might be able to persuade us, but I see no reason to let you continue.
We don't have time for this. We have to finish this jetzt. For if we do not, we lose a great deal of work that has gone into the freeing of the slaves of Illoi Vale. That is what we are after.
Okay. I'm not against that, for sure. But, what's with the ram?
It is difficult to explain what exactly is going on without going into great detail. I can tell you what we are doing and why. But once I do, this has to happen. We will continue until we are dead.
But, I mean, we were slaves until recently and we were freed. I understand wanting to free all the slaves, but...
The practice will continue regardless. We are looking to break the rings once and for all. We came here from the uni in Fury Keep. We heard that there was grotesque amounts of slavery here. And so we made it our mission to come here and to make a difference. So we travel a long ways, yeah. Fury Keep is not a close distance from this town. So we come here and we play their game. We talk to the politicians. we get the signatures, we bring our case to court, and they laughed us out of the building. Where is a young mage supposed to go when this happens?
I feel like in a hole is a little extreme, but
There is a saying for the musicians. Before you break the rules, you must first understand them. We have played the game, we understand the rules, and now it is our turn. If they are going to set up this game so that only they can be victorious, we are going to break the rules. And so, if you like, you can witness the summoning of an awesome force of an angel. In an awesome deity that will shake the foundation of Eloy Vale and forever convince them of their wrongdoings. That is what we are after here. And you can sit and witness, or you can leave us to go and do this ourselves. We don't need your help.
who's your friend here?
I look at Antra to see if I can gauge anything.
What are you specifically looking for?
Just like any hint of expression or intention.
Okay. So, a lot of this... So this is all equally new information to her as it is to you. And make an insight check. See how much you get.
$17.
Ooh, yeah. You said 17?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, so... I'll give you a 2-for-1 sale here. Haratuk, from what he's picking up from these two individuals, and who asked about the second person? Was that Kyle or Vinny?
That was me.
Okay, Kyle, I'll get to your question just after this.
Yep. No problem.
Haratuk can definitely... He can detect the sincerity and the honesty about the things that they're saying, that this is what they're after, and that they did do these things, and this is kind of a last straw approach. Meanwhile, Antra is having a fairly serious internal struggle that he can see in this moment. You know, one, this place could collapse and we could all die at any freaking minute. Two, it just became more to her than about a paycheck from Lord Baskins, which you guys have talked to her. That's been her main reason for hanging around this far. It's everything she's wanted, basically. And Haratuk can just witness this deep moment of an existentialist kind of choice within her. Like, now what? I can follow the money and do X. I'll say he's not quite sure maybe what exactly she's thinking. She can go one way, which will lead her down a path. She doesn't know if it's the right choice or not. Or she could do something else. And what those choices are specifically, I'm going to get rid of that tile. What those choices are specifically, Haratuk is not quite sure, but she is somewhat deadlocked in whatever process of thinking she is currently entrapped in. And Kyle, so I think I heard as Elena he asked who that was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes,
yeah, I was
so...
talking to
Bascal. Okay.
Who's your friend?
Yes, and he goes, and Shotagun, this is a good friend of mine, Grog Richmond. And he has a similar accent and a little bit deeper voice that I'm going to try and do. than Pascal. Ach ja, good evening. We are trying to do something quite important here.
Alright. So, honestly, I look over at Antra and I'm like, so, obviously, you're getting paid handsomely for this. What has Lord Baskins promised you?
And as Angana says the first part, she's still looking at the altar, kind of a, what would you call that? Angana feels like she is hearing him, but she's just taking that extra time to very carefully process what is in front of her. So she hears the first part and nods, opens her mouth as though she's going to talk, and comes back like, this was all a bit more than what I was expecting. So, whatever I'm gonna get paid for this, or what the implications of this is, I'm not quite sure.
Like, guys, I really feel like we can just talk to Artie. Like, we kind of got an in with him. I know he created the rings. Like,
with
really feel
Archifagus,
like
you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I shortened his name to Artie. Yes.
Okay.
I really feel like we can talk to him about the whole ring situation.
And you hear this really stupid scoff coming from Pascal, in German. Das ha! That is so stupid and foolish. You don't even know what you haven't even begun to think about what you're trying to even do. You think Archifagus isn't profiting from this in some way? You think that he wouldn't want this expanded to every town on this side of the Drakecrag Mountains? Foolish girl. Foolish.
Are you guys sacrificing that goat?
And meanwhile, the goat's just like... Yeah.
Like, don't you think that Angel's gonna require something more than a goat? I'm just saying.
And this is
kind of off.
This is Pascal talking, or I'm sorry, this would be Grug talking. So you guys know that, or I'm sorry, Angana would know. When he went to the quest board, there were 2 individual quests. One was for Pascal the Mad Mage, which he did not respond positively to by any means, and the other one was for Grug the Thug. There was another one that you guys figured out was for Jiggy, but only these 2 are here for now. And so Grug responds to this one. We have translated these documents very carefully. These are from... He tries to be careful about what he's saying. A private collection. And we have put a lot of time and effort into this. The documents call for the blood of this animal. So that is what we are going to do.
Just throwing this out there. Do you know a Maya?
And both of them look at each other. That name, perhaps a bell it does ring? But this is not something that we want to talk about right now. This is something that we have to do, and we want to ensure that you are not going to stop us.
Guys, I kind of want to stop him, but I kind of want to see this Angel too.
I mean, let's be honest. If we don't stop them and let them do it, what's it gonna hurt us? I mean, we're still breaking the way out. If they're lying to us, where are they gonna go?
I think they're gonna summon a demon and not an angel. And so they're probably going to get eaten anyway.
I mean,
That's why I kind of want to find out.
It's a
Yeah.
goat, you know, it seems kind of off.
And
Yeah.
Pascal is like, it's an angel. What do you know about summoning an angel?
I mean, you think about it, goats seem more like they've got horns, so it's like a demon. Seems like a demon animal. You know, I don't really feel that, you know, maybe an angel would be with wings, so, you know,
Like a-
get yourself a nice flying animal.
Like a dove.
Like a
Yeah.
dove.
Or an Aarakocra, you know, whatever those things are.
Yeah, one named Tread.
Yeah.
No.
Or there's a silver one, that, or whatever it is, flying around.
let's just
It's-
say this. Antra, if we back off, let them do their thing, and then what happens happens. And if they do summon it, and they get rid of all the slavery, then yeah, great, that's awesome. But then if they don't, we'll just be here to kind of, pick up the pieces, as it were.
I mean,
Well-
even if they do, technically you can still take their head afterward.
I mean,
You
it's kind
know,
of true too, but
uh,
it's kind of
uh,
mercenary.
Yeah, Antra is definitely starting to come back and think things through a little bit. Now,
Well,
what?
Antra, what's
Sorry, go ahead,
what's going
Kyle.
to satisfy? Well, I was going to say, what's going to satisfy Lord Vasquez? Their heads on a silver platter, or their heads on a silver platter plus possible reigning death?
He made it pretty clear he wanted the mages alive. So,
Yeah,
I
but let them do their little thing.
Finish and then take them.
Yeah, let them do their thing, and then we.
But what are
Well,
you
actually,
what are you planning to do with the angel out of here exactly? What if this whole damn cave comes in on you? Then what?
Well, then it would be a good thing for us to not be in here.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should probably stop them before they do it.
I don't know. I think honestly, like if they manage to do it, then great, and if they don't, then nothing lost.
No, but Antra was saying the cave is unstable. If they let something loose with that much power, it could kill us all.
I mean, I don't know about you, but all the stories I've heard of, the angels are pretty nice. I don't see why they'd be, attacking us.
It's not that it would attack. I see it coming out in a big explosion. Not necessarily trying to kill us, but
Well,
killing us
and
anyways.
that's what I'm saying. Do you see any way in or out of this room besides the door behind us?
No, and that's kind of an issue.
Yeah. So if we just, back out of here, where are they gonna go?
Chase it!
They can't, they're not just going to suddenly appear above ground. They've got to come out the door they came in.
They could if it's an angel.
Well, and
And
wizards
think-
do have some power that we don't all understand. I'm sure they have contingencies.
and then the other problem is if there's an angel, then there's not really any issue with I feel like that would be a bigger threat for them than just some 5 adventurers who just got lost doing a quest. They'd be a little bit more concerned about the angel and potentially the end of all slavery.
So as
I
you,
don't know,
as
I
you
think-
guys are kind of
So
working
they're
working this over, yeah, the both of them are
Just staring at us.
in the well, no, in kind of amidst what you guys are saying, you can very vaguely hear their chanting start to pick up again as they are trying
No,
to get this.
No! Stop chanting! No,
And
you're not doing this.
Pascal doesn't
Uh,
stop. He keeps chanting as he raises the sword, and he keeps reading. Both of them reading, and he fells the goat.
Oh, that was not nice.
And whoops, I
Okay.
didn't do that.
But
Oh my gosh, goat
that's
goat
kind of
won.
on me.
Can I rush them?
Yes, I will say if you guys wanted to do something in the next 6 seconds after they kill the goat, what you would want to do.
I'm gonna tackle Baskel.
Oh my.
I want to
so,
back out of the room.
So,
As long as I'm 10 feet away.
I think I'm gonna charge in too.
30. I'll give you a leap here, and Elena, you said as well.
Yep.
So you guys are okay. Are you we'll say you guys tackle them in tandem here. Both of you make athletics or acrobatics checks. Whoa.
Wait.
So
no,
is this?
don't.
Can I use Charger, Joe,
Oh, you want to hurt him?
to shove him 10 feet back?
Make your check, and then after that you'll get kind of a free shot, I'll say. So as they try and finish their incantations and their process, as you guys are somewhat bickering amongst yourselves, Baskel does finally raise his blade and fell the goat. And I think I heard Aravan is running out of the room.
Back out to just the doorway, because the doorway is going to typically be a little bit stronger
Oh my gosh.
than like the.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay. So Elena, what did you roll?
14.
And Hartuk?
15.
Okay. Both of those beat a 3. So, yeah. Angana and Carl, as you guys are witnessing this ceremony take place, on the beat, both Elena and Haratuk, like slow motion, start running for this altar, dive over the now dead goat, and tackle these two. They're not dead by any means, but they are knocked down. And I'll say you guys are not standing on them, but standing behind them.
Teabagging him.
Hey man, one of the rules of the campaign, it was Spake. Haratuk, like, establishing his dominance. And Antra's back here. Oh, that's very nice. Is that what they teach you over there in the Beastlands? And as you guys are witnessing them, and the flames in the room continue their arid flicker. Haratuk and Elena can actually see this up close. So in this altar, if you guys can see, there are these little bloodletting channels. And there is a small capture bowl on this side that you guys can now see. It does have a few other components and materials in it. You're not quite sure what they are. Some of them appear to be threaded and beaded. There seems to be bones of another creature along with some strange liquid. And as the blood... Go ahead.
Is the blood in it yet?
It's dripping into it, yeah. It's made contact with the items.
Okay, I was gonna say I want to try and like scoop my hand in and just like lean
Maybe
everything
tip the
that's
bowl
inside
over?
out.
Good question. Yeah, so Elena and Haratuk, give me dexterity checks. Just the two of you.
Ooh, 5.
18. Wow.
Ooh, wow. Okay, Haratuk's rolling tonight. So that was just to kind of establish who could move a little quicker. And Elena is a little... I don't want to say, not
I'm a
flabbergasted.
lightweight.
She's a lightweight, but she's never deliberately tackled anybody before, at least not outside the theater of the arena. And she's kind of like, oh my goodness, I just did that.
Rush.
Yeah, and but the blood, and Haratuk is already like flip. So he can see all of the bowl spill over the ground, and the materials within that the blood did make contact with, they spill out over the ground. And as you guys sit and stare, nothing seems to be happening in the space. And Aravan, now I can freaking pull these out of here. You hear a very familiar voice come up from behind you guys. Well, bros.
Oh god, it's Chet and Brody.
Look who it is.
No.
And the
How
two
is he
of
gonna
them.
murder them?
The two of them. Whoops. And so Angana, Carl, Antra, and Aravan here. You guys see them first. So, okay, well, spoilers here. I can't really hide it at this point. If you guys recall back to, I think it was, gosh, it might have been episode 3. One of the early episodes when you guys had first seen Maya, though you didn't know who she was, during the incident of the broken cages. You guys did not know it at the time while you were all hiding, but it was Chet and Brody who passed you that first time. They just didn't say anything to you guys. And they were accompanied by a third, very hulking individual, if you guys remember that scene. And you guys can hear this massive thumping fellow. He's not actually this big. I just like to do this for effect. He's about the size of Harutuk. You can hear this thumping fellow coming down the cavern. And Chet and Brody step up. And Chet immediately points straight at Angana. I told you we were gonna be here, bruh. And we want that reward money. As well as some revenge. To Angana.
Alright, you jerk. I crack my knuckles.
You
And
jerk.
I'm like, and I like crack, like just loosen up and everything. Bring it.
We're not in combat yet, right?
We're about to enter combat.
Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to back up. Because if they're walking forward, I would definitely back up a bit. I'm not trying to be solo out.
I think I'll give you 10 feet, because I think Aravan would be like no as soon as they pull up. So I'll put you with your crew here. And so Antra will step up with you, Angana, and she points at the big guy. You guys take the little ones. I want the meathead. And he seems to be this
Work for me.
grumbling, very what is the word? A poorly articulate fellow. He just kind of talks in grumbles and threatening roars. I'm gonna split that skull of yours on that altar because I don't like you. I heard you boys made fun of Ula, and that's not very nice. So I'm gonna show you how a dwarf takes revenge. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And so the last thing you'll hear from Keith is, "Bring it on, dudes! Come on, Chet! Come on, Keith! Let's get him!" So
Keith?
Keith is the big guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Elena.
Natural
Red
20.
Wolf.
Natural 20, she says. Angana.
19.
Aravan.
Okay, one moment.
Hartuk.
12.
Carl, if you're able to talk. Was that a 6?
I'm like 6.
I think so. That's
Aravan.
It is going to be a 17.
17, very nice. Okay. So, give me 1 second to make the round notes here. Can, can someone do me a solid and get a battle music playlist for the bot? So if any of you have Spotify, you can just search like a battle list or something. Copy the link, and then the Hydra command in Discord is period play, like so period no spaces play, and then obviously a space, and then just paste the link and it'll play that playlist. You guys had good fucking rolls. One, two, three, four. Who am I missing? Heartuck, that's who I'm missing.
Does it look like they're wearing armor this time around instead of being in the shop, by the way?
Yes, yeah, they are fully kitted out.
Cool. So they brought me more shit to take. Even better.
Somebody's about to get a full loadout.
Yeah, like...
What an intimidating thing to say. Oh, good. I've been looking for some armor.
Well, I'll be using the short sword they gave me, too.
I'm gonna murder you with your own weapon.
Fucking savage. Okay. So, top of the round, Elena, you are way back here.
Yep. I feel like I need to knock out Grug, so I
Oh,
would like
shit.
to pull out my short sword, use the flat of the blade, and try and knock him out.
Non-lethal attack, yeah.
Non-lethal, yeah.
So, you do, because he is prone and you are striking with a melee weapon, you have advantage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, not good though. Oops. Let's see. A 11.
That will hit.
Woo!
So,
Alright, and short sword.
just roll your regular short sword damage, so a d6.
Yep. A 3. Well, that's 1d6 plus. Well, that's the piercing, so just 3.
Okay. Not quite enough to knock him out, but it put a pretty nasty little indent on his head there. He's definitely not thinking straight. You can tell that these two particular individuals are not the fighting type, let's say. So on Grug, you said you did 3 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Damage from Elena. So yeah, he is still up. So both of them, so they are going to be the lair action, just so you guys know. And both of them are going to put their backs up to the altar, like they are in no condition to fight right now, and they know it. So Grug, you guys just tackle the shit out of him, and Grug is like, "Oh shit!" Here they go, oh! And like gets back up to the altar. Oh my! Why would you do that? Oh! And they're not doing anything else for their turn. I'm gonna.
I'm going to go ahead and rush up in front of who's the one on the right.
This is Brody.
All right, I'm gonna rush Brody.
Okay. Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna move this door. So the door is still there. So he rushes up to Brody. Can I put you there? Okay, hold on. I gotta delete a few things here. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do?
It's the lantern.
I'm gonna move everybody back 5 feet. I'm gonna move them up to the space where I know they can go.
Hey Joe, where do we post the
There you go.
Spotify playlist?
In the bot commands playlist.
Where's that? There
it
is.
Yeah. So, okay, Vinny, you are face to face with Brody here.
Okay, and then I am going to. I'm gonna tackle his ass. I'm just gonna get him on the ground.
Yeah, contesting grapple check if you would.
Okay.
Jesus.
That is a plus. He has what? +1 to strength.
I don't have my sheet open, and I'm a little afraid to open it.
Yes. +1. So yeah.
For a total-
So that is a 15.
Yeah, that clears his 10.
Okay.
So for the sake of his status, he is prone in your grapple.
Okay.
So that is Brody. So I'm going to put grappled.
Okay.
Okay. I believe that is your action, and
That is just my action.
I
yep.
don't think you have any bonus actions. Okay.
No, I do not.
Aravan. Adam, you there? We lost Adam!
I accidentally hit the mute button. I will run up next to Angana with my short sword out, and I will stab Brody towards the neck.
Ooh. Okay. He is prone.
So, at advantage.
I will have because of the tight quarters of the space. I'm just gonna say Aravan has advantage. So if Antra Carl comes up to take a swing, they will not have advantage. Aravan, if you want to swing with advantage, go ahead.
Ooh, okay, so got one of them is an 18 plus 5, so I think that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And then we will. It's 1d6. It's gonna be 5 damage.
5, good hit. So Angana, what was Angana's line when he was cracking his knuckles?
I was like, "All right, you jerk.
That's
You want to do this?"
yeah. And this just lumbering beast frickin' knocks him to the ground, and Angana can tell, you guys have fought them before. They're more a pretty boy than
Right.
apparent threat so far. And then Aravan comes over, whoosh, whoosh, with the swing of the sword, shling, like right past Angana, and you're like, oh, that was kind of close. But he did get Brody. Aravan, any more movement?
I don't think I have anything left that I can do.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure that's all for me.
There was.
Oh no, I will say I'll look at the other dude because I forget his name.
Chet.
Looks like. Yeah, I'll look at him and be like, "Looks like you brought me some more shit."
Okay. Haratuk, so you are back here.
Okay, I want to charge the closest of Chet or Brody.
Real quick, do you see
I don't know.
the shadow of your horns? Oh my god.
Wait. Can I roar before I charge?
As a free action, sure.
Yeah.
All
right.
So you can
I
get
do that.
You can get up here, but your allies currently are in the way. So if you
All right.
want
Well,
to-
then I'll just make my way over there,
Okay.
and then
if
wait till
you-
next turn, I guess.
So you can choose. You can hold your action, like if somebody passes you, or you can help one of your teammates to give them advantage. All good choices.
Can you scroll in a little so I can see who's who,
Yes. So,
and also tell me who's who.
Haratuk is right here.
Yep.
Aravan is directly in front of him. Let me turn your torch off for a second. Maybe that helps. So Haratuk, Aravan is directly in front of him. Angana is technically speaking in front of him. Both of them within 5 feet. Brody is on the ground, being tackled by Angana. Chet is right here, and Keith is looking like he's getting ready to charge through the lot of you.
And I throw my torch at not Keith, but Chet.
At Chet here?
Yeah.
Yeah, make... Shoot, what is that?
Improvised weapon.
Yes, and last session I did look it up. So, improvised weapons are just a D4 for damage. But what I'm trying to remember is there's like some range limitations. Make a dexterity attack. So roll your d20, add your dex modifier.
18.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Jake.
Roll a d4. No modifiers on this one.
2.
So that was on Chet. This is so fucking funny. So, okay, so Haratuk, like, Elena has just been witnessing this brutal frickin' savage. He charges over the like, I don't know if you guys have seen Alistair from League of Legends when he's doing his charge over the battlefield. But Haratuk just comes up, whoosh, launches his torch right past Aravan as he's like swinging down on Brody, and like burns the side of Chet's face. He's like, "Oh, dude!" Anything else, Haratuk?
I draw my weapon. I don't remember what my weapons are.
I believe
A knife.
you have the dagger that was going to be used to kill DeLorean. Yeah, you do have that one.
A dagger. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
okay. After you, it is Brody. He is going to... Angana, contesting grapple check again. He is... Oh, my God.
17.
Okay. Angana can feel these wimpy little arms, like kind of trying to claw at his face, but his nails are too manicured. He can't even scratch, so he remains on the ground. With that, it is Chet's turn, and he is going to strike at you, Aravan. That would be a natural 20.
Oof.
So Elena
Big
has...
oof.
So I rolled a 1. Okay, so he has his scimitar. Where are my other gemstone dice? Here we go. I've been waiting so long for this. I legitimately bought these dice for night. Bought these dice for the session 10. Ooh, okay. 9 damage on you, Aravan. He gets a nasty slash across you. Aravan went in on Brody after he saw Aravan tackle him, thinking, these guys don't know what they're doing, and he left himself open, and Chet saw this and whoosh, nasty slash across his body. That probably hurt.
Well, so I do have one question.
Yeah.
When we level up as commoners, right? We don't gain any. Do we gain hit points out of that?
Only if you had a positive modifier in your constitution. If your constitution was 10 or 11, your HP remains at 8 at level 4.
Okay, so I have 0, so I'm down then.
So with that nasty cut, Aravan goes down. And Chet like shakes the blood off, like kind of like whoosh, he wicks it over at Angana, and he's heavily breathing, like he's got the burn mark on his face. I told you, bro. We were coming after this. And then, oh wait, oh he doesn't go yet. Carl, if you are able to go, or if I don't know how good your connection is, Carl, or how well you can see. You are back here. Chet and Brody are right here. Okay, cool.
I want to run up and provide some medical aid to Aravan.
Okay. Do you have a medicine? I don't think you have a medicine kit.
I don't.
Okay.
No.
You can still make a medicine check.
Yeah, to stabilize.
To stabilize. Which I believe is
That would be a 2.
I believe that's wisdom. Carl kind of freaking out in the moment. I don't know if Carl's seen. I don't think you guys have gone down yet, actually.
No.
Carl's just kind of shaking for the second, and he's trying to figure out what he can do to help Aravan, and in the moment he's not able to figure out what he can do that's quite helpful. Anything else, Carl, with your remaining movement speed?
No.
Okay. After Carl, it is Keith. So he is going to bulldoze the fuck through you people. I'm gonna treat you as rough terrain here. So I'm gonna say he can get, if he dashes, he can get about here.
Yeah.
And he is going to square up with Antra here. And it is her turn, so she is going to rotate around. And I'm going to have them make contesting strength checks. So blue for Antra and Jasper for the big guy. Okay. So you guys can see Antra like kind of bobbing and weaving under this giant's legs. And I don't really know how to thematically describe a dwarf grappling a guy this big, so I'm going to say she, like, iron grips both of his calves. He can't go anywhere. Top of the next round, Elena.
Let's see, I'm going to look at Beskel and Grug and just, like, are you two going to move at all?
And both of them. It's like Grug. Like, no, ma'am. That is not an action.
No, I know. I'm I'm in a harsh debate whether to just guard them or, because Baskel's a mage. I don't want him to do anything.
I will say, as far as Elena knows about casters, they have to have some kind of magical means, and I'm saying this as what Elena knows, not obviously as like metagaming. They have to have something, and the book that they are reading from is absolutely nothing like what she has seen Reggie use, either from his personal book, the one he used at the Celebration, or what she has seen other mages use.
Okay. Then in that case, if I think that they're just gonna sit there and chill,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm gonna run around the table and try and get on the one side of Keith and try and engage Keith. So I guess move out and around as much as I can, and if I can make an attack, sweet. If not, I get that.
So let me see here. 5, 10, 15. I'll count that as 25. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This is definitely within 30, and
Okay.
yes, you would be within striking distance. So he's
Okay.
grappled. He can't move, but it is a normal attack.
Okay. Then I will attack him with my short sword.
Attack and swing, baby.
14.
He is going to. So he is held. He does still have reactions. He's like trying to figure out what the fuck is grabbing his calves. Sees you coming and ching parries Elena off. That does look like it otherwise would have been a hit though. Anything else, Elena?
That'll be it.
That would be it. Okay, after Elena, it is these two, and they absolutely do not move. Angana, it is back up to you, and you still have Brody grappled. So you are free to attack him.
So I go ahead and I grab Brody by the hair, and I get up and I drag his ass.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna drag.
You move
Behind-
at half speed while dragging.
Right. I'm gonna move behind Haratuk. So behind Carl and Haratuk, like in that little corner there, like
You want to go like in this direction?
diagonally. Yeah, I want to go. Or no. Can you turn the screen? So is there a
Clockwise or
torch-
counterclockwise?
Are you? Is there a torch in front of Carl?
Yes.
So I can't walk there.
Maybe this helps.
Okay, so I guess I'll just walk straight back 10 feet.
You will
Like-
be running into Keith here. You can
Okay,
go
so-
this way, kind of.
That way, and then towards the back of yeah, not 15, just 10.
Just 10, he says.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So yes, you are dragging him along. So yep.
Okay. And I kind of just drop him right there, just like kind of like
Releasing the grapple.
I'm releasing the grapple. Yep. And I'm like, now I'm gonna mess you up. And I the remaining 10 feet of movement speed I use to cover the distance to Chet. And I go ahead and tackle him as well.
I think releasing a grapple sounds like a free action kind of thing, because it's not like he's
it's
gonna be
not
like,
an action.
no, you're gonna hold on to me. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Nat 20. What can I say? I'm feeling it today.
So let me ask you, Vinny. I didn't ask you to roll yet, so I'll let you
Oh yeah.
decide this one.
I
So-
know that he would
actually-
get an opportunity.
No, he doesn't. He used his reaction to parry Elena.
Aha!
So, unless he rolls a natural 20, which he did.
What's his strength? I
Zero.
have 12.
0.
I have 12, and that's the deciding factor.
You're right. Yeah. So, okay, hold on. Or, you're not Vinny. You're Angana. There we go. Wow, holy shit. Okay, I'm getting fucking psyched up here. Okay, so Chet is now fucking grappled.
Okay.
And I'll say on this one it's a grapple only, not tackled.
Okay.
Because you didn't quite have the same running distance to get there.
Can I know it was already speak, but
Oops.
can I at least push him back 5 feet then?
I believe that's a separate action.
That's
unless-
part of the grapple action. It's part of grapple / shove is one act. Yeah, it's the same thing, in mechanically.
Um,
If not, it's fine. but
he can't go anywhere anyway. I believe that's a separate action. I'll have to check that. He can't go anywhere right now anyway. So just for now, he's grappled.
he's grappled. Okay.
Aravan, death save.
Yep. Please be good.
I'm getting fucking jazzed.
Yep. That's
What is it?
a 3.
Oh!
No bueno.
Aravan has one fail. After Aravan is Haratuk. So, Haratuk, you're right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Carl is next to you. You can see him frantically trying to help Aravan, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Elena and Antra are locked in with Keith here. Such a stupid name. Angana's dragging one guy out and tackling the other. Haratuk, what would you like to do?
I think. He's gonna attack Chet to keep Chet away from Airvan.
Okay. Would you like
Kinda
to
step over.
move up? Okay.
Yeah.
Finny, can you mute?
Oh,
Thank you. Okay. Haratuk, make your attack.
That's an 8.
That will miss. Kind of within the struggle between him and Aravan, it's really hard for Haratuk to. He doesn't really have the space with his girthy cow ligaments to get a proper swing in, and he misses. With that, it is Brody's turn. So he is going to stand up. And with this, he will have advantage on you, Angana. So he is going to swing. Maybe that hits. 13 to hit you, Angana. Angana has the negative.
yes.
That's
I have
right.
9.
3 damage on you, Angana.
Noted.
After Brody, it is Chet's turn, so he is going to try and break that grapple from you, Angana.
Okay.
There we go. That was a good roll. He had a 19.
That's a 19.
You had a 19?
Yeah, 18 plus 1.
I think he breaks out of it in this context. Cause it's the escape DC meets it beats it.
Okay.
So he
Yeah.
is no longer grappled, but that is his turn. Carl, you are up again.
Man, I'm freaking out here. I guess I'm gonna just keep trying to help Aravan.
Okay, make another medicine check. See if you can get a stabilization.
Oh. 12?
Aravan do be stabilized. So Aravan, you are stable. You are not up.
Yeah.
Okay. Carl, any movement speed?
I can't drag him. I can't drag him, can I?
That's a good question.
I thought that might be a separate action.
I think that's like a willing grapple. So like it's not rolled for, but it's still an action.
But it's not a free action. Yeah.
Right. It's a full action.
Yeah. So
Alright, then.
not this. Okay. So, Angana and Haratuk, you guys kind of amidst the chaos, you can see Carl finally like, all right, Carl, all right. Right here. And he just puts pressure on the right spot, is able to stop the profuse bleeding coming from Aravan, and he seems to be okay. After Carl, it is Keith, who is going to... He's going to swing at Elena. He didn't like that too much. Yeah, that's a natural 16.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, 6 full points of damagey dues on Elena.
Still up.
Next is Antra, who she is legitimately going to, like, Elena can see this, so you guys know that her arms are exposed. So you can see those white glowing veins from her arms as she, like, one at a time moves his legs, which would be dragging at this point. She is moving his bitch ass to the altar. And she is going to let go of him.
Her now.
And she is going to stand up on top of the altar. Okay, top of round 3. Elena, it is your turn.
Short sword attack on Keith.
With Antra's position, I will give you advantage.
Woo! $18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can't parry that.
Okay. And then D6 plus 5.
Nice, big hit. So yeah, Elena finding her blade just finding really good purchase just between the armor slots. She can see the blood like starting to pour down the chainmail. Okay, and these two, it is the lair action, so Elena can see them like just peek up like right as she finishes that cut and stares them down, and they just go right back.
Good. That's exactly what I would have done.
Angana, back to you. So Chet has broken your grapple, and you can see that Aravan is fine.
After taking a nasty little cut in the back from dickhead McGee, I'm gonna turn back around and like, oh, you're not done with me, huh? And I go ahead and I try and I think what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go ahead and fuck it. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Let's make your attack, yeah.
That is a 14 to hit.
That will hit. So it is 1 plus your strength mod.
So 2 damage.
Okay. And that was on Brody.
Yep.
From Angana. So yeah, Angana can just feel a solid purchase, like knuckle to chin bone, as he like does one of those in slow motion. Anything else, Vinny, with your movement speed?
No, I'm gonna stand where I'm at and just kind of make sure that
Okay.
Can't do anything, so yeah.
Aravan, you are still down this turn. Up next is Haratuk. So Haratuk witnesses, he sees Carl stabilize Angana, or Aravan, so he knows Aravan is fine. Angana turns to smack Brody in his bitch face, and he is mano a mano with Chet.
I'll attack Chet.
Go for it.
That's a natural 19.
Ooh, yeah.
Daggers are 1d6.
1d4 plus your strength or dex mod. I'm not really picky as commoners.
5.
Oof. Damn, dude, Haratuk is absolutely murdering this fool. Give me 2 seconds. My cat pushed the door open.
Kitty.
After Haratuk, it is Birdie, then Chet, and then Carl. You will be on deck.
Meow.
Get out of here.
Meow.
Okay. Brody. So he like fine. And he'll strike back. I don't think that'll hit actually. It will hit. Natural 10 I think hits Ongana because he's got he has the -1, right? Oh, Ongana's not here.
He does have the -1.
That's okay. So Hartuk, since you're going to be the furthest behind him in initiative, when Vinny comes back, just let him know he takes 4 damage. Because I'm switching between screens here, so I can't see when he comes back. After that is Chet, who is all kinds of pissed off at Haratuk, but no advantage, so he is just going to swing natural 17 and 3 damage on you, Haratuk.
Ouch.
After Carl, you are up. So so Carl can see that Chet and Brody are definitely not engaged with Erevan. They seem to just think he's down for the count. Elena and Antra are taking on the big guy.
Can I like peek out and sort of take shots or jabs at Chet?
Are dwarves medium size or are they small?
Probably medium. I'm not sure though.
I will say. So okay, do you want to hit Chet specifically, or do you want to go hit Brody?
Either or.
Yeah, you can go take a full swing against Brody if that's what you want. And I believe 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he can get behind him for advantage if he wants it.
Yeah, sure. I'll just try and help out the fight.
Yeah, take that advantage swing. With this fucking music. Oh, good playlist.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's a 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And that was with my fist, so that's just a solid 4 damage.
4? Oh my god. I forgot how beefy Carl is. Wait, aren't you a barbarian?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, but yes.
I mean, a barbarian prospect.
Yeah.
Carl could have used his charger feat, I think. It's up to you. It's up to you.
I didn't declare it. It's
Okay.
alright.
I mean, 4, still. Brody is looking very, very rough right now. It is Keith's turn, and he has been absolutely manhandled by Antra, so he is going to mace swing down on the altar, and that is going to be a big fat miss. That's a natural 10. So Antra, like, she sidesteps, and Elena, you can see her get this real big smile on her face, like, oh yeah, this is right where I want you. Because I think it's her turn. Yeah. So she will have advantage. Wow. Okay, big miss on that one. She swings again. That's a natural 20.
Yes.
So, oh my. How much health does he have? Yes. Okay. I was really hoping this would happen. Oh my god. Okay. So things are about to get really fucking cool here. So, let me turn down the music a little bit. Because I don't know how. I think it's okay on stream, but I don't want to chance it. So let me turn down music and let me tell you guys what the fuck is about to happen. So I have to show participants. So as Elena is witnessing this unbridled savagery that she's never witnessed before, this spunky little dwarf with the maul is going absolutely mental on this beast 2.5 times her own size. So when his attack missed, it put him in kind of a bent over positioning, and Elena saw the look. Antra has those whited over eyes and the veins that are up and down her arms and her neck, and this little smile she gets. Elena knows, like, oh shit, something's about to go down. She will go like up his arm, push off his back to kind of knock him down onto the altar, and maul down, brain this fool. So Elena can see this brutal. She can hear this sound she'll probably never forget as his helmet completely concaves, and she can see just matter coming out from between the spaces. And as his blood is spilled over the altar,
No.
something happens.
No.
There is a brief moment where all time freezes in this space, and you each feel it as your hearts skip a beat. You guys, you can't see the bowl, but the materials are all still there.
Oh no.
And your characters cannot see it, but I really want to describe it anyway. So what is happening behind the altar that your characters cannot see? The blood of a human sacrifice has just interacted with the materials that lay behind the altar. I will say, where's my mouse? You are all shunted forward, and I'm going to put this door back. As the door closes behind you, all of the lights, and I can't turn them off uniformly, unfortunately. All of the lights within this space completely shut off. And those of you with dark vision can see the different scales of gray in this space.
Am I locked out of the room since I was down outside the room?
No, you were inside.
Okay.
So this is going to be really fun. So I'm going to move this poor fellow. Look how far off his base he is. Sorry.
Jeez.
I
So-
told you it wasn't a fucking goat, Nimrods.
All of the lights go out for a second, and those of you with dark vision can... So Haratuk is the only one who's actually in the dark right now. All of you can see, as the lights go out, the altar begins to glow a brilliant, deep red coloration. And what happens over the next few minutes is a repeated process of this light pattern. So a brilliant red fills the room. So each of you can now see everything bathed in this red coloration. And it goes out. So those of you with dark vision, the brightness, it obscures your vision for a second, and then you see the blackness of nothing. And just as the gray scale of your dark vision begins to come back in, the light flashes forth again, almost in this slow strobing effect. And I was really excited for this. Check this out. So these two pieces are going to move at the same time, but I have to move them individually for now. In each flash of red, you guys can see these... Not that... No! Sorry, hold on. Let me put that piece back. You guys can see... Come on, let me grab it. There are these pillars that seem to... That's fine. There are these pillars that seem to rise forth bit by bit out of the ground that you can see come forth only between the red colorations. And as they rise up out of the ground and this red continues to flash, it goes out one final time. And so now those of you with dark vision, you're almost anticipating this flash of color to come back again, but it doesn't. So only Haratuk is in the dark right now. Those of you with dark vision can see a small gray orb floating between these two strange looking pillars of a material that you've never witnessed before. And Haratuk, you can clearly see the red orb that is between them. And the outline of something begins to come forth out of this very small opening. And you can hear the sound of this shellacking mucus as skin covered in some material impacts this stone or whatever it is. And the outline of this creature begins to emerge from this hole bit by bit, very slowly, until after a few moments you hear this thumping schlick noise as it impacts the altar, and all light goes out. So those of you with dark vision can just see this fetal position creature laying on this altar. And even in the dark vision, you can see that its body is incredibly muscular, although it seems to be just contorting its movements. It doesn't appear to have what's the word? It doesn't appear to have any precision of control over its movements. Absolutely no nuanced moves whatsoever. And it's slowly, where Antra's eyes are completely whited over, you can see this creature's eyes are completely yellowed over. So this muscular creature that is trying to think of the word. It has a similar stature to like a football center, right? Just this wide body, but has ripped muscles. And Aravan is down, so never mind for that particular description. But Elena can, because Elena has dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she can see its eyes crudely looking around the room, kind of doing twitches in between. And she can see these very large horns going from the back of its head. Going from the front of its head towards the back, and then bending back up towards the end. And after a few moments, the lights naturally start to come back. And Antra still has that look on her face for about 3 seconds before she looks at this thing that is laying on Keith's very dead body. And it's just crudely sitting there. And she's like, "What the fuck is that?" And we're going to go to round 4 here. So, Elena, you are up again.
So Keith is dead.
He's very dead.
God. I guess I'm gonna hold an action. Just if this thing on the table moves in any way that feels threatening, I'm gonna swing at it.
Okay. Yeah, so Elena walks over and I think she can definitely tell, like, whatever this thing is, it doesn't have those fine articulation movements, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So
if I'm basically, I guess if I'm gonna feel threatened right away, I'm gonna strike.
Right, yeah. So I'm going to move these just for a moment, just so I can kind of make sense of the battlefield here. So, after Elena, it is the lair action, which is for the mages, and both of them stand, and they both have this big, stupid smile on their face, like, we did it. We summoned an angel. Slavery is going to be no more. Angana, it is your turn. So, as Angana was interacting over here, the door that he was fighting in with Chet closed, and that sort of shunted all of you forward. So you're all a bit out of place at this. Okay. You're all a bit out of place at this point, but he can see that Chet and Brody are definitely staring forward at this demon at the moment. But Angana, it is your turn.
I am just going to... I'm like looking at the demon, and I'm going to like to the side, cheap shot.
Carl is there. Sorry. You can only reach Brody. Carl is there, so it is advantage.
Okay, yeah, Brody. Yeah, that's what I meant. Well, that's a nat 20.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm gonna natural 20. So yes, I know that because damage is not rolled, it's not doubled, but just to clean things up a little bit, I'm just gonna double it to 4 for this particular instance. Because it's really funny that is the knockout move. So Angana is staring over. Wow. Pop! And just instant down. So Brody is off the list there. Haravan is still peacefully asleep. Hartuk.
Attack Chet.
Okay. Take a swing.
Uh, 11.
That will miss. So you caught Chef off guard, but he's like, I'm taking you all back, bro. I want that money for whatever that dude is, but you're first. And so he's going to swing at Hartuk. That's a natural 19. Holy shit. Oh my. Another 6. 6 damage to Hartuk. Another big hit. Is he still up?
Yep.
Damn. Okay. That's funny. Carl Wah is what my list says, but Carl. Carl, Brody went down, only Chet remains. I'm sorry, only Brody is alive, but KO'd, unless Angana would have killed him. Angana? Would that blow on Brody have been lethal, or?
He would not have been aiming for a lethal. It
Okay.
was just a shot across the jaw, so I'd imagine it's just
That's what I thought. Okay. So Carl, Brody is on the ground next to him, unconscious, and Chet is looking fairly low. Angana, did you ever take 4 damage for the turn that you were away?
I did not write it down, but I'm still up.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I completely forgot. You had stepped away at the moment, and he swung at you for 4. So, sorry, Carl. Now it's your turn.
Mata Hugh.
Is he still in the chat?
He's still here. It's just I don't know.
He might have connection issues while driving. Earlier it was kind of laggy.
I'm still connected.
I would assume that Carl would swing. So we'll just
Slow the burn.
we'll go for it. Matt, I hope that's okay. Trying to move things along here. I forget what his modifiers are, but I don't think that lands anyway. Sorry, Matt. I'm terrible at rolling for other people. Antra is definitely going to hop off the table and just look at this thing. Like, what? And so, top of the next round is back up to Elena.
Matt did say, yeah, connection is popping out, first of all.
Okay.
So the demon thing hasn't moved yet.
Not at all.
I feel like we need to stomp it out before it really does anything. I'm gonna take a swing.
Okay. Take a swing with
Stab it.
advantage.
I'm on big money. Natural 20!
Ooh. Damn, lots of 20s today. Okay. Yeah, double that damage.
Alrighty. 2, 4, plus the 3, 7.
7 total, or
Yes, 7 total.
Okay.
I doubled the dice, correct?
not the modifier? Yeah.
Correct, yeah, so 7 total. 'Cause I only rolled a 2.
So, Elena. Actually, let me see. Okay, so Elena definitely feels her sword impact this creature's skin, and as if there hasn't been enough strange things going on in this particular day. This creature, upon taking damage from the blade, Elena can feel this intense heat almost emitting from the spot where she wounded it, and comes up and reacts to her. Let me just look up one thing. I believe you get a save for this, but I want to
Okay.
make sure.
I only have 2 HP.
Oh no. Of course, Chrome doesn't want to open. What's that move called? So I'm trying to remember. What is that move called? I know what it is and I know where it is. I just need to remember if you get... There it is. Elena, make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, let me see real quick. Dexterity, okay, I do get a +1. Oh. 7.
So she can see like small red veins come out of this creature's eyes as this hellish force is returned back to her after striking it, and she is dealt 7 points of damage.
Oh, dang it. Well, I'm down.
Yeah, straight back. And whatever energy that this creature did have, it seems to have more negatively impacted it after doing that. And Antra's definitely fucking worried. So the wizards both get up after that, and they look like they were going to tackle you themselves before you went down. So they are actually going to pull this thing over and try and protect it however they can. Angana, it is back to you.
Having seen all of that and kind of like, all right, well, back to the more immediate concern.
And now for something completely different.
am just going to kind of slip back behind Chet and kind of haymaker him.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Well, that's a nat one.
Oh no! Do you want to roll the fail table?
Just
Is there advantage?
There would be advantage. There would be advantage.
no. So a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
I love that Hanga is manhandling Chet and Brody.
So 2 damage.
My keyboard really does not like typing 2 today. I'm gonna Chet. Aravan is still down. Hartuk.
I'm going to attack Chet.
Okay, advantage again. Damn it.
18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Four damage.
He is on his absolute last possible leg. He is going to warily strike out at Haratuk. That's a natural 6.
Swing and a miss.
Carl, it is your turn again if you want to try and smack him. If you can respond, possibly.
Yeah, I can try that.
Okay, you have advantage.
Well, 12.
12 will miss. So with whatever strength he has left, he is just able to just parry or get around that attack, not parry. Get around that attack. Antra gets right up in their grill. You two, get your shit together. We're going back now. And they're like, yeah, just do not hurt our angel, and we will comply. She just gestures out the door. Elena, round 6.
Death save.
18.
Bing. So those two are not at all moving. They're just protecting what is theirs. Angana, you can see that Chet is on his very last leg here.
I'm going to grab both my hands over my head and bring them down.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage.
That is a 19. Not a slutty 20. A 19.
He is KO'd. So unfortunately I do have to skip ahead at this part, so I'm going to let you guys know what's going to happen, and you can tell me if you do anything that maybe I can just quickly sort of narrate. So so if you guys remember, in the first night when you guys first traveled here, Angana said she had 2 health potions, and she gave one to Elena that night. She will give the second one to Elena now to get her back up. So you are... it's 2d4 plus 2, so Elena gets 7 hit points back.
Sweet.
Aravan, you are up with 1 hit point right now. So the full team is up. Let me close out Tailspire here. I am going to... I don't think I had Tailspire up for any of that last fight. Damn it. Oh well. I think the important bit. Can you guys still see my middle screen? Oh, I almost
Yes.
put my notes up. Okay. So as you guys take time to get up and recuperate a little bit, as Chet and Brody are completely knocked out, both from Angana, and Keith is absolutely done. Antra gets the two mages together. She ties their hands together to make sure that they can't do any more funny business, and she actually is carrying the angel on her shoulder. I don't know what this thing is, but we've got to take it back to Archiphagus. We've got to be careful. Any objections?
None
Well-
for me.
We can turn these two in for their bounties while we're at it.
Talking about Pascal and Grug.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's got them tied up behind her. Let's go. So
I want to take all of the weapons from Keith, Chet, and what's his face in their armor. They don't get to keep any of it. After they down me, I'm taking it all off of them, and I'm cutting off their thumb and index finger as well.
Jeez.
Damn.
They will not be handling a sword anytime soon. I'm very much so making sure that this does not return.
So I will get back to you on that. I have a note here. So you guys exit and spend the time to return back to Illui Vale. And along the journey, there are multiple parts that you guys will notice where Antra... I'm actually going to shift music back to the other playlist. We don't quite need battle music anymore. As you guys are traveling back, you do notice her doing strange hand gestures as well as other movements that you're not quite familiar with. And you can see her mouth moving as though she is talking to someone, but you cannot hear any words. You cannot hear any words being emitted from her mouth. There we go. And as you guys return to Illui Vale, as soon as you guys get to the Mages District, before you guys could kind of move in and out relatively invisibly, whereas now it seems the word is out that you were returning with quite the haul. And as you return to Archiphagus' mansion, I really wish I had more time for you guys to debate this. Lord Baskins is waiting with his commander, and Archiphagus is waiting with Reginald. Well, there's my mages. I believe a reward is in order, and Archiphagus cuts him off. Now, Hadorai. I have waited for this moment for a few days. You are not the only one with friends in high places. I have assembled witnesses who are willing to clear Reginald's name. They will hand over these mages, and you guys can visibly see his eyes shoot open as he sees the angel on Antra's shoulder. They will hand them over to me. And Lord Baskins, you're bluffing. You don't have anything. And he looks... So you guys have seen Lord Baskins. He is always very calculated. And he is very rarely without a smile. I don't think you guys have seen him without one yet. New offer. And he looks at you guys. Turn them over to me. He points over to Archifagus. And I won't reveal what is under your sleeve. And Archifagus tries to slyly hide, if you guys remember, his left arm had those strange markings on it. So, this is where I really wish I had more time to let you guys debate over this. This is a choice that you guys have to make. You can turn over the mages and the angel to Lord Baskins, or you can turn them over to Archifagus. And Lord Baskins has one final note. Turn them over to Archifagus. Not only will I reveal that, but this will be the beginning of a world of hurt for all of you. Make your choice. Make the right one. So you all have the option. Lord Baskins or Archifagus. And there's another choice coming up after this as well.
I'm gonna be
feel-
like, which one of you can give me a quick potion, and then I'll give you my vote. I'm just standing there all.
You guys have long rested since the events, so you are all
never
full
mind.
health.
Oh, okay. Never mind that. I'm not safe.
Well, I gotta be honest. This Lord Baskin guy is a dick. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, that's the word. Of course, Archifagus not the best person either. So,
I'm gonna vote for Archifagus because Reginald's with Archifagus.
that's where I'm kind of leaning. You know, I don't
think-
want.
I lean there as well with Archifagus.
And I want to mention that. What was her name again? The lady that's carrying the angel,
Antra.
Antra. She also said that she thinks we should turn them into Archifagus when we were still in the shrine place. So, I think.
Cool. How loudly would Aravan say that?
Not loud at all. I thought we were like whispering it up.
Okay. For that one, make a. Actually, it wouldn't be for Aravan. It would be for Lord Baskins. Ooh, okay. 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 So you guys are continue deliberating. It sounds like 3 are in favor of turning it over to Archifagus. Hartuk.
Yeah. Archifagus.
All right, Carl.
I have to agree. I think Archifagus is gonna know what to do with it, and Baskins would just make a mess.
Okay.
Yep.
And so, Lord Baskins, as each of you, and Antra very, very carefully hands over the angel, who is. It has had some time to rest with you guys, so while it is no longer completely fetal and sort of shivering, it is still tense. But you guys have noticed in its relaxed state, it has been very, very carefully watching and listening to you all, not interacting in any way, and would not respond to questions, but has just been observing.
And I am gonna look at the two mages like and whisper, "I told you it needed a human."
And they're both still just like they have this shit-eating grin, like we beat you, Archifagus. That kind of look on their face. Very well. Antra, it's time to go. And you can see as she, with her back to Lord Baskins, she puts down the angel and gives one very long look at each of you. You guys are all right. Be careful what you do for a coin. She turns and walks away with Lord Baskins and his commander. So as you guys are preparing, so at this point it would be Sunday the 13th, we'll say at night, just to keep things kind of clean here. DeLorean catches up with you guys and is kind of like, hey, we were supposed to go, what happened? And we'll say you guys fill him in on the events. And so between I'm sorry I didn't have as much time for this as I wanted. Between Archificus, DeLorean, and the two mages, you guys have another choice to make. And this one is, I'm pretty excited to see what you guys choose here. So DeLorean, you guys have the choice to escort him and Sindri to Fury Keep. And Archificus and mostly the two mages are trying to remind you guys that there is the Ark of the Covenants coming up, where that's where they want to make their final moves against the slave rings. To Archificus's surprise, of course, he didn't quite know that this was going on in the background, as he is partial inventor of the slave rings, but the secret's out at this point. And so you guys as a team have the choice to decide. You can, and after this episode, whichever choice you make, you will still be evolving into your characters, so don't let that influence your decision. But you have the choice of remaining within Illoway Vale to try and fight these slave rings, if you wish, or to move on to the next chapter of the story, to Fury Keep.
I gotta be honest, as much as it does bother me that people are held here like this, I just want to go home, and Fury Keep is closer on that travel.
Yep.
But is there money waiting for us at Fury Keep to get home? If we work with Archificus, we may be able to make the funds to get home.
DeLorean just chimes in that he was going to pay you guys for helping him and Sindri get to Fury Keep.
Then we should definitely go where the money is. I think we should help DeLorean.
Yeah.
We can always come back to Illoway Vale and
Catch up.
I mean, there's got to be a way we can convince Archificus later to take down the slave rings, the inventor of them, and he's got Reggie, and I truly think we have some friends here, and we could work something out later.
I agree.
Aye.
Hartuk?
Yes.
Okay. So with that, you guys have decided that the issues of Fury Keep are to be resolved. Or, I'm sorry, the issues of Illoway Vale are best left to be solved by Illoway Vale, or maybe they'll still be around if you guys ever decide to come back. And even though you guys don't have a team name, Archificus still signs over the all of the equipment. So most notably, he hands Angana his a viola. It's certainly not the highest quality one he's ever seen, but it's definitely better than the one he had at home. And Aravan gets his prized flintlock rifle, or pistol, whichever one Aravan wanted. I think he had pistol. Yeah. he gets a flintlock pistol. One of the few that made its way over here, Archiphagus is keen to point out, and very expensive. I can't even tell you how fucking excited I was for this episode. And I really don't like rushing things, but I hope you guys still had fun. I was just reeling the entire time. Holy fuck, all those natural 20s. So I have to get to bed. So I will see you guys on Tuesday, for those of you that can make it, for your character evolutions from Commoner. You guys have reached the end of the story. If you haven't already added a feat to your character, go ahead and do that. Man, what can I even say other than, like, thank you guys for sticking through it and getting to this point. I can't even begin to express, like, what it means that you guys have stuck through everything this far and put up with my shenanigans and my computer malfunctions and all of those things. I am a very, very lucky DM to have this dream team of players. I've said it, I think, 4 or 5 times now. I'll say it until I die. Thank you guys for playing. And I am
It's been good.
very much looking forward to Tuesday.
Enjoying this.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tuesday, what time?
So Matt, I know that Tuesday, I think you're out completely. Kyle, I think you are an estimated time of 8.
Yes.
Okay.
My match starts at 5:30. We should be done by 6:30-ish, and then just getting home. So
Okay.
It might be before 8. I think 8 at the latest.
Let's plan for 7:30.
Okay.
Between the 3, Adam, Tuesday is good for you, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. So between Haratuk, Erevan, and Angana, these stories are all to songs that are within, I think, 3 to 5 minutes each. So I think that's enough. I'm hoping that's enough time to allow Kyle to get in so we can still do his piece. Worst case scenario, if Kyle is behind or whatever, it just doesn't work out, I will do the 3 that make it. And I'm going to let Jake go to bed here. I can see you falling asleep. I'll do the 3 of you while I can, and then I'll do Kyle's and Matt's secondary, and then I'll send them the video with the timestamp. So that'll be that.
Other weapons and stuff, are you gonna give those later?
Other weapons.
Because I'd asked for a longsword and a shield.
Your
Or loadouts.
The loadouts.
Yeah, so that's what Archiphagus handed over. So
Okay.
next after, so you guys are your level 2 characters now.
Yeah.
Starting now. Because that was Sunday. So next session will begin Monday the 14th.
Monday.
Tuesday.
In world.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Monday the 14th in June during the Fenian era. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. That's actually kind of funny that the timing
Hey,
worked
just
out
a
that
quick
way.
question. For our evolutions, are we using the standard array
Yes.
for stats?
Yes.
Okay.
Standard array. Okay, I am going to I'm not streaming, so I'm just going to stop the video here. I will see these particular guys on Tuesday and group 2 on Friday, and then their evolutions the following Tuesday. See you later.